Well, alright, welcome back to Garage. I barely have any memory of what I was doing, and barely any knowledge of what I'm supposed to do next. But I have my crab t-shirt on that says, "Oh, crab!" So, I have some hope that I can pull through. I'm still in this chapter, Your World. What was I doing? I thought I talked to this already. It's a bit annoying that these logs are not in chronological order in the sense that like people I talked to. Like, it would be nice if the latest ones would move to top. They had caught Wang Shui. Guess I might need to catch him again. Come again. Guess I could talk to this guy as well. And I remember there being that, like, long back and forth between Guattari and Ain. So I might try to visit those guys again. That's the fisherman guy. Fishing talk. Do I have fish hook number 100? Yes. It is valuable, so you should use it carefully. There are frogs you can catch only with that hook, but this is something I've heard. They say stronger hooks were used in the past to lift heavy parts. Yeah. I don't know if it is true or not, but they say there is a frog that can talk, and it is huge too. When you're fishing, your line breaks sometimes, doesn't it? It happens once in a while, but could it be its fault? About that talking frog. If it is that huge, you probably won't be able to catch it with a regular hook. You probably need that here. I'll tell you something good. I used to have a black bottle trap, but sometimes mysterious things were caught in it. Mysterious things that were not crabs or frogs. Since it was useless for fishing and a little creepy, I threw it away. What? I want it. Black bottle trap. Don't think I had that, or did I? Oh, wait. I guess I can talk to that guy. Since I'm here, anything new? What? You caught the Guardian? And it talked? So it was true. You are amazing, really amazing. You are amazing. And I said, well, thanks. Free repairs maybe? For that occasion? Of course not. I have that ordinary stone thing now, but I don't quite know what to do with it. Oh, that guy's not here anymore. Neither is this guy. So no one's in this place anymore. Oh, this fucker's still here. Lou has disappeared. Who do you think you are, meddling with my toy? You don't know anything. Oh, fuck you. I'm visiting everyone at this point. Always think about the future makes you a slave to the future. I'm a slave to the future. In that sense, it makes no difference what you seek for. But then, there are guys who only think about the past and become slaves to the past. How about you? Everyone is a slave to something. Is there a machine that is not a slave? I don't mind being a slave, if that is something I can do. I don't know about Yang. The only thing I know is that there is some similarities between Yang and Jews. These two probably have something we don't. And those two are missing something we have. I don't know what it is, but it looks that way to me. Everybody has things they can do and things they can't do. And there are things they can understand and things they can't. You might think you can choose your way, but you are probably not the one who is choosing. You are probably not the one who chooses, but who is chosen. You shouldn't expect someone to come up with an answer you can't come up with yourself. That's just the way it is. I want my husband to do things he is capable of. He is a pathetic male machine but that's okay with me. Okay. But actually, I want him to enjoy life more. Like, go fishing or stroll around the neighborhood and have long talks with me. But I guess machines like him feel uncomfortable of not doing things they are capable of. So, I've given up and accepted it. Sometimes he gets on my nerves, but I'll just pretend we're even, since there are things I'm capable of doing too. Okay. That's different. Aluminum underframe. Here we go, new stuff. Tsuru and Mia are so kind to me. Today I repaired Seiryu apartment with Mia. It was difficult at first, but I got used to working using the mobile lift. It feels good to work in high places. I learned about the construction method using a temporary track. Mia teaches me kindly. I finally understand how the foundation work is started at places where tracks are not built. I practiced drilling the tunnel. It is not complicated, but it is heavy work. Need to be careful of roof wall. Someone has called Mia to the restricted area. Who called him? What was it about? Mia told me that we are going to make a thing called a press machine. It is a machine that crushes machines that try to enter the restricted area. I can't believe it. Even now nobody enters that place. This should be enough. Why are we making such a thing? And Mia is acting a little weird. It seems like he has become a different machine. I don't want to be involved in the construction of the press machines. I don't understand why we need such a thing. Why did Mia accept this job? What happened at the restricted area? Mia has been working without a break and barely talks since he went there. I still like Mia, but I'm going to stop working with him. I'll just do my own business. My business. I know what I want to do. I want to go somewhere far. Tsuru is feeling down. Poor thing. Is this world closed? I knew it. I can't go anywhere. It is full of dead ends. I can't go anywhere. I'm sick and tired of it. It took a long time, but now the press machine seemed to be complete. And Mia doesn't talk anymore. He doesn't even move. This is wrong. Something's wrong. I took some crabs at Tsuru, but she didn't give me any answer. It is completely closed. A new machine named Shen showed up. Who is he? Shen came again. He asked me a lot of questions. I have no idea what he wants. I have the skills taught to me by Mia. With these skills I acquired from Mia, I'm going to do what I want to do. Yeah, I'll just build a road myself. Drill a tunnel, reinforce the walls, extend the tracks. I'm raising the lift gradually. Sean talks to himself so much. He seems to be looking for something too, but there is nothing here, unless we go somewhere else. What is a shadow? Oh, who cares? There's no need to rush, just take it slow. I've climbed so high, but nothing is happening. Will I really be able to go somewhere? No, something will happen for sure. Nothing has changed. Same as always. How long am I going to keep doing this? Stick to it a little more. Don't give up. You shouldn't give up. If I give up, it's over. If I don't give up, there will be no end to it. As long as I don't give up. I don't want to end it this way. No way, definitely not. Definitely not. Yes, I made it through. A hollow space. Yes. I'm going to move on further. What I did was right. I need to build scaffolding first, but I should take it slow. A different machine came out of the room where Shen used to live, and it was War Lost. Weird guy. I guess that's where the game begins. Noom. Who was Noom? Was it the guy that just stood there all the time? Yeah, I think so. I almost feel like I want to save first. What if it's just like an enormous pass and I need more fuel? Because it looks like the guy was digging for a while, but at the same time, digging a tunnel is hard work. So it makes sense to me that it would take a long time. Damn. Completely new content. I'm excited. I'm getting like shivers right now. I might just be cold. I don't know. Ooh. Ominous. I guess I might need a lamp or something. Can't go here yet. Maybe that could have opened some new dialogues since I discovered this. I'm not sure if that's likely, but... Yeah, he still doesn't react. I didn't want to go back. Numa's gone somewhere. I can't keep on living anymore. Yang was alone. He was simply alone. He probably thought of others as empty cans. It's frightening to be surrounded by only empty cans. Imagine how you'd feel if you see me as an empty can. If Mia looked like an empty can to me, it'll make me want to die. I guess they were friendly with Noom. Slacker. Oh, that's a goofy looking dude. Looks like some, like, I don't know, kidney with legs. Oh, that's a black trap. So I might be able to catch non-crab stuff with that, so I might want to cast it elsewhere then, where I'm walking past more often. And get some rare items or whatever. You probably know this already, but this world is Yang's world. However, the world can never be a simple... I think we read this. I think we entered this. Okay, what was the requirements again? Just say how. Number 100 or above. What's above hook number 100? 0 is like tiny. That's below. 100 tuned. I guess let's do that. Might be easier catching him. I think he dropped that as well, no? My mouse just fucked up, what the hell? It's not moving, what? That was odd. Usually I'm advocating... Oh no! Fuck. Lost debate as well. that usually I'm advocating for wireless mice. Like, people only complain that, yeah, like they run out of juice or whatever, but like, I've never find that a problem. Like, I have like, rechargeable ones. They're great, and like the better one, the Logitech one, also has a notification when like battery's running out, so you can just like plug it in and use it as a wire mouse, and it will charges, and it's fine. But sometimes I guess if the like little USB dongle is at an odd spot, I guess I also have like my Wi-Fi router in between, so it might interfere a bit. Like, yeah, just like I couldn't move my mouse. What the fuck? Okay, so now we need Suiho again. Okay, that sort of like wireless mouse interference doesn't happen much at all. It's like, I don't know, 1% chance that this might have happened and fucking happened. That's not what I need. Oh, stuck again. And that mouse might just be running out of juice, actually. Let me plug it in. At least I didn't fail anything. I just didn't manage to hook it. Really. That sometimes happens. Lost debate! Are you fucking serious? Ah. Oh, this is frustrating. Nah, I'm switching mouse. This is a silent one, but it's incredibly fucky today for some reason. Keeps like getting stuck a little. It might be just because it's like a real lower battery. I also bought this one from AliExpress for dirt cheap. It's not the best mouse I use, but it's real silent. And rechargeable. Both things are very nice. Here we go, finally. Yeah, fishing is like unnecessarily frustrating today. Keep losing the bait and stuff. At every step. Yeah, I think we hooked him. I don't even want to imagine having to catch Wang Shui multiple times in the original. Although it does see different things actually, as far as I know. For a couple of times, maybe 10 or something. Okay, here we go. I was waiting for you. Do you know how doom is caused? By rocks collapsing, by getting engulfed by a flood, or by fallen meteorites. These things are cruel, yet beautiful dooms. But there is a most common and a hopeless doom. That's destroying oneself. Here is a very story of destroying oneself? That's phrased oddly. The translation is not always perfect in this. Are you interested? Heck yeah, I am. To me, it is just a well-worn story you can find anywhere. But I'm not the one who decides if it is well-worn or not. Notes written by Yang of the outside world? This story came from the same place the memory of the stone came from. Jeez, what a selfish jerk. Using my body without my permission. Come again after you have read this. Last debate. What a bastard. Yeah, let's see. I let her die. I killed her. I'm the one who killed her. Whatever the reason, whatever the course of event, I'm the one who killed her. I didn't want her to die. I didn't want to kill her. I wanted her to live. I wish she would come out of the cage and discover the world outside. But my thoughts mean nothing because she's no longer here. At first I couldn't understand at all why she desired my violence, but now I think I understand why she had to drive herself into such a dreadful situation. I think she never intended to put herself into a corner. She just accepted as a given that the world is a more dreadful place. That was what the world was to her. The world she wished to live in was far more dreadful. And that was the only world she knew. She had no other choice. It is very possible that seeking violence from me was the only communication means she could choose. A one-way communication. A one-way road and a vehicle that can only travel in a certain direction on that road. The relationship between a road and a vehicle. The domain able to change is surrounded by the domain not able to change. The melancholy of the road and the melancholy of the vehicle exists there. But the problem is, of course, the melancholy of the vehicle. We should just leave the melancholy of the road be, because the road is also a vehicle. And the only true problem, domain that needs to change, for the road is melancholy as a vehicle. The only role of the road in the road-vehicle relationship is to let the vehicle travel smoothly as possible. However, there are people in this world who don't think so. Are people who don't want to think so or who refuse to think so. You can call them any way you want. It's just that there are people who don't make such effort. A vehicle with a broken engine becomes dependent on the sloping road. Stagnant water becomes dependent on the vessel. This is the logic of the people who make no such effort. But the fact is, there is no vehicle with a broken engine or stagnant water. There are nothing more than slaves carried by the sloping road and the vessel. Then, why do sloping roads and vessels need such slaves? That's simple. The sloping roads and vessels have forgotten that they are also vehicles and water. Or they are afraid to admit it. They have become a sloping road or a vessel by escaping from their fear of failure, by seeking security, and by preventing themselves from changing. And the sloping roads and vessels will lose their meaning of existence if there is no vehicle or water. That is ridiculous. No one can escape from being a vehicle or water. Everything is the content, as well as the vessel. You can't choose only one of the two. First it approaches me smiling. It raises its hand smiling and surprises me. Its face is facing me, but it is not looking at me. The face is a mask. It is a mask, but it starts moving. The moving mask is made of many worms and makes incomprehensible sound. I can't move. When I look closer, I see that the whole body of that something wearing a worm mask is also made up of worms. The worms grab my hands and hair and shake me. The world starts to spin, and everything bursts. And then, my surroundings turn pitch black. There is a hole. I go into it. But inside the hole my arms and legs become heavy, and I can't move. It is sloshy, and I can't go anywhere because it clings to my body. I can't go anywhere anymore. It is my fault that I can't go anywhere. No, it's not my fault. I've done nothing. Then I open my eyes and find the smiling face in front of me again. Tons of worms smiling. The world spins, bursts, and turns pitch dark. This is repeated again and again. No matter how I struggle, it doesn't change. I can never escape from it. That is my world. That is why I decided to find a deeper hole inside the hole. I'm going to keep going into the hole to find a hole that is not sloshy. Everyone has strange illusions. Most of them are stupid illusions caused by stupid reasons. Maybe all illusions are stupid, but that's not what matters. There is a reason for a reason, and there is a reason for that reason too. What I'm saying is, stupid things are not just stupid. However, I'm not saying that everything deserves to be justified. I don't mean to say that. Instead, I'm talking about the domains that can't be measured by fairness or unjustness. A world where psychophysical law is everything, a world that may not be scientific but too physical. It's just that the subjects that should be standard are not encoded yet. No one can escape from this power relationship, not even me in fact. I couldn't escape from its power. I started to help her find her deep hole. The reason is simple. She wanted me to help her. At the same time, I opened the gate to my wickedness, because I couldn't help her without opening the gate. The quest for her deep hole escalated gradually, and as it escalated, she was gnawed by anxiety and was worn down more than ever. But she keeps telling me that we are almost there, and I became unable to distinguish between guilt and pleasure. It is difficult to say that people can get used to anything, but I think it is possible to become numb. I don't know if the deep hole she wanted is a numb place or not, but I got obsessed with constantly renewing my numbness toward myself. There was only action with no room for empathy. And this action woke up my memories of the past which I had sealed up. Everybody grows up surrounded by overwhelming violence. This is a generality. Everyone is raised as a vehicle set on a sloping road. In this process, I try to fight this reality by using equal violence. It means I was wicked enough from the beginning. But as I grew, I sealed up my wickedness with absurd things like ethics, honesty, and love. Still, I don't think I ever had any ethics or honesty, let alone love. I only saw them as something like clouds in the sky. They never belonged to me, and I had many choices to verify this perception, not only for myself but also for all others. Not only me, but also everyone revealed their true nature so easily. The clouds floating in the sky were nobodies. They belonged to no one. Nobody can become a cloud in the sky. People only wish to have them. People just keep wishing for them. Those clouds never come down to earth. I think those clouds are vicious themselves. But I don't believe that everyone is born as a wicked being. Wickedness is only a part of a being, not the whole, or merely a process of a movement. That's what I thought. But I was almost taken over by the wickedness which was only a part of me. This temptation got stronger every time I answered her request. That is how I drifted away from the clouds floating in the sky, although I never lost sight of them. I frequently imagined me and her switching bodies. It's a wild imagination. It was impossible, and there was no point in imagining it. And whether I desired it or not, no change will happen. Only physical violence can create change. But what she really wanted was probably not violence, but the result of violence. That is dependence. I know that. There is no identity there. Only the possibility of a body able to change. There was one time I felt she and I were sharing her hole. At that time, I felt for sure that I was in the hole with her, but I was the one who felt that way, not her. I don't know if she felt she had shared the hole with me or not. She might have needed me, but what she needed was my violence, not me. Becoming violence is the only way to be needed by her, but even so, she says it has to be me. I felt like all the words' meaning peeled off from the ground and scattered into the air, and I was left on the ground with nothing. There was only ground and the ground I was standing on. The ground had no meaning, and I'm the only one standing on it. That is probably how I also became a slave to the hole, and that hole is different from her hole. I probably shouldn't have answered her request. I shouldn't have opened the gate to my wickedness, but I couldn't imagine myself choosing another path. The two holes will never intersect. They are different holes. By trying to get close to her, I opened another hole that will never intersect. A song which entered from the wrong entrance cannot sing. A song which entered from the wrong entrance can only be at a loss. It is a song that can't be sung. The song that can't be sung will only be repeated in their own places. She and I were both singing a song that entered from the wrong entrance. A song that can't be sung, but in different holes. And the end came abruptly. We didn't reach the end of the path of exploration. We simply failed. Well, yeah, of course this is all very allegorical, if that's the word. That's the end of the outside world, so I assume this is before the garage machine. Before he entered this world, before this world is created, so like, kind of like our world with humans? The lady I assume was Juice. Yeah, because Juice is all modified and stuff. So what I gather from this is like, I can, like, vehicle and road relationship was like, kinda off to me. I couldn't agree with that. But it sort of made sense, like, going against the grain essentially. Because the world can feel like you just push as a person into a certain direction. I often feel powerless, actually. I feel like I just have to get education, have to get a job, have to get money, and like, I keep like getting orders and orders. And I get used to getting orders. Like, if no one told me what to do, like, I don't know if like, I'd be confident just doing things on my own. If that makes sense. There are things I want to do, and that are just for myself, but when it comes to work, like, yep, just please give me directions. That kind of thing. Yeah, that rebellion in this way seems to have been very perverted. Reminding me a bit of something like Itch the Killer with sadomasochism in that. I have like a video on that if you're curious. But yeah, that's like lots of self-harm. Or like a harm inflicted on a lover, I guess, because I assume Yang had to mutilate the lady's body or whatever. He was the torturer and she wanted to be tortured. And that would make sense, I guess, having the imagery of the contorted human-like shadows. Especially in the original version, like seeing how messed up they were. So I guess their body could have been really broken and they were going to extremes, like how much body could be changed. That would also make some sense with Yang constantly upgrading his body in the garage as a robot. Like, he failed eventually, I just, like, he made me and I killed him. Yeah, the Jews turned into this enormous thing. She, like, received the whole change of the body better. But I guess the body alterations, tortures didn't go that well. They couldn't go as far as they wanted and she just died. That's my interpretation so far. I guess we have to catch Wang Shui once more now. Yeah, it's interesting to have Wang Shui as this, like, tangible connection between Garage and the outside world now. I'm pretty sure in the original, if you catch him more times, he has this, some, like, forceful breaking lines. But now that's utilized in a different way, which is very interesting. Oh, long neck. I like this dude. Funky looking. I think I can also use that as bait for soy ho. Well, it seems like you're ready. Now we can restart the time I have stopped. It is up to you to decide whether you will go beyond this or not. What? It is irreversible beyond this point. There is no turning back. You need to prepare yourself. How about it? Do you want to go? Sure. I don't have much else to do. I have recovery items? I hope that's enough. I guess it's like if I have anything else to do or whatever, but I don't really. Let's go. Alright then, I have nothing to say. Go and see what happens with your own eyes. Chapter 10, end of the road. No, end of the end. Well, the cycles are still the same. Something has changed inside my mind just now, as if a part of my memory has suddenly been released. Why do I feel so insecure? Hey, will we go see Koppel and check how Juice is doing? Sure thing. Damn, this is funky. Okay, let's see these guys first. Nothing here. Juice's evil level is getting higher and higher, like it's getting back to the level before she was modified. I wasn't expecting it to increase this much. No, this is impossible. What in the world did you do? How could this be possible? I'm willing to accept anything if it is necessary to keep Juice's hope alive. I'm a meaningless machine to Juice, I know that, I know. I'm a pathetic machine. My thoughts will never reach Juice. So what? So that's how it is. It seems like I have underestimated Juice's power. I never thought she had so much possibility left in her. I'm not sure if I like this, but this is sure is interesting. Yeah, I was like really curious, like why is like that dude in the garage therapy machine initially even? Why is any of this happening? But I guess I needed to have something messed up, but this is still surprising. Damn, I really wish I had this third save slot. Oh my, was she screaming? I'm not voicing that. Was I a bad girl? Did I become this because I was bad? Was I? Wasn't I? Did I do nothing? Did I do something? Which is it? It's not fair. Young, you can move. Not fair. What about me? What's gonna happen to me? Am I like this forever? This? Forever? Please, remember me, Medici. Wait, what? Medici? That bastard? What does he have to do with any of this? Because I want to smack his ass. But yeah, I'm keeping the first save file before like committing to juice pretty much. Because I've heard that there are different endings depending of like which waifu do you get, and if I take any of from the gas stations, the milky fuel stations is bad ending sort of. And there are 3 of them. So I would have to replay this quite a bit if I want to see all of it. Which I'm not sure if I'm doing, but I'm curious to see at least one of these, since they're supposed to be quite similar to each other, from what I hear. Okay, let's do black one here. Nothing new here. So the time is reset, but dudes seem to still have their memory, and it's like not like everything is reverted, so I'm not sure like what did it mean by time reset. Like things still happened. But I guess his juice is back to something before. What's up with you? What's come over you? You coming to me to talk with? Juice? So that's why. Juice's modification was outrageously hard. Even I don't want to do that again. She's a real monster. Juice didn't need ego recovering liquid when modifying. No matter what I do, her ego level didn't decrease. Instead, she sucked it from me. I was the one who needed the ego recovering liquid. You know, when you modify her body, a strange feeling of joy wells up. It makes you want to surrender yourself to it. And when you feel it, your ego level drastically plunges. If you don't use ego recovering liquid at that point, you're finished. But I kept modifying her, frantically. You'll never guess how much ego recovering liquid I used while I modified her. I was nearly killed many times, but I still remember that feeling. Boy, you've been marked by a terrible girl. Hehehe. So I guess that's like super sadomasochistic stuff, and not only she suffers physically, but she like takes a toll on others. And that's like super perverted in all sorts of ways. Reminds me a bit of Lisa the Painful, but I won't spoil that. Oh, it's you? I don't know why, but you don't look like yourself. Are you okay? Like, seriously, now what? Do go back to juice? Okay, I guess I want to talk to everyone now. There is a similarity between Juice and me. I always thought so. We machines can be divided into 2 types. Machines who run away from loneliness and machines who can't. Juice and I are both machines who can't run away from loneliness. Machines who have run away from loneliness find something else to be attached to in order to forget loneliness. Things like one's place or one's job. That's how they turn their face away from loneliness to the end. But unable to run away from loneliness means we must keep facing loneliness as it is. You have no choice but to live along with it to the end. But I don't think Juice and I are the same. Her loneliness was probably not a silent one. Silent loneliness is something necessary, even if it is painful. Normally, silent loneliness is something everyone must accept, but the loneliness she accepted was different. At least it looks that way to me. She was thrown into loneliness without any preparation, probably by a power from the outside. She is like a living dead. What about Bulgarino? Hey, is that the rattle you have there? This is something I made for Doku. Isn't it cute? I made it look like Doku. Oh yeah, you're living where Shen used to live, aren't you? This is something Shen left behind when he came here. I think you should have it. Oh? Okay, thanks. I don't know much about other machines because I think he's told that before. Look, I think I visited him. Just randomly. Yeah, let's see, anything interesting in the black trap? Not really. Wonder if we need a ground bait to get non-frog or crab stuff. It would make sense if I didn't. Yeah, that's new. Here we go. A hollow titanium shaft. So, more upgrades? Guess I could talk to these guys since I'm here. Hey, young man. You don't look so well. Are you okay? You look as if you're not here. Hey, it must be Juice. You're seeing her, aren't you? I can't tell. So Juice chose you. Let it be so. It's none of my business. I guess you just have to go as far as you can. Oh, he's talking. Hey, long time no see. Not so long, huh? Well, whatever. You got something on your mind? You look so glum. Well, we all have ups and downs. Don't worry too much. I guess if Heather said he's okay again? Yeah, that's interesting. You seem to have changed lately. How can I explain this? I feel like you have gone far away. Sorry if I'm wrong, I just got worried a little. I could go that way, but I don't think there will be anything new. Should I still check? Yep, still dark. Yep. Oh, that scaling is a bit goofy. It reminds me of a really old point and clicks. Where there wouldn't be a real perspective or anything. 2D stuff. It would just make sprites tiny. And it would look a bit ridiculous. I got involved in the modification of Juice. It's because I thought she needed that modification. She was at the mercy of her excess ego level. She needed a way to use her swelling ego level. This led to the decision of modifying her into a milky fuel machine. But I know she wasn't saved by the modification. I think it eliminated her once open possibility instead. However fatal her possibility may have been. I can't say I have no regrets, because no one has any righteous cause to eliminate their possibility. Yeah, I'm talking to a bunch of people, but they're not pushing the plot forward much. They're saying something new, which is interesting, but I don't really have any objective at this point. I'm just like going around. I guess I have to figure out something with Juice. I got some info now. Yeah, anything new? Juice's ego level was off the scale. Her ego level was so abundant like a spring that I couldn't imagine her falling apart no matter what happened. But at the same time, she barely had her own will. The machines in this world are born with limits that trail from their past. As you might suspect, those limits originated from the Shadows world. But it seemed to me that Juice had so much limit cast upon her, and I believe she actually had none. The modification of Juice wasn't done just to maintain this world. It was necessary for her to decrease her ego level, so that she doesn't get crushed by her excess ego level. What would have happened if her ego level wasn't decreased? There is no way to find out. But, like how Liz lost her sight because of Juice, it is true that her excessive ego level was a danger to other machines. Maybe her ego level was a collection of other machines' ego level. I thought so, but I don't know whether this is true or not. But that would explain a lot. If this is true, it means that all the machines of this world were destined to be absorbed by Juice eventually. I once thought that Juice existed as a sacrifice, but this suggests that the truth may be the opposite. All the other machines might have been sacrifices offered to Juice. This is probably correct if you look at this from the outside, but how about if you look at it from Juice's perspective? I don't think Juice subjectively wanted others to be sacrificed to her. She probably doesn't want that. But she exists as a being that consumes others. That is far too unfortunate. But if that was the case, who is the main constituent of her desire then? There's probably a violent feeling of deficiency there. I don't know how it can be satisfied. It probably won't be satisfied no matter how many others are sacrificed, because it is such a feeling of deficiency. Guess I might want to talk to Juice again. And maybe like in the real life, yeah, and like tortured her and stuff, so now we show her love? Maybe she's like has deficiency of the one thing she refuses actually. I can't go anywhere. I want to go somewhere. Anywhere is fine, as long as it's not here. There is a hole inside me. The hole is getting larger, slowly. I'm in pain. I feel like I'm being sucked into it. I feel pain. The hole is calling me. Yang, please, play it. Ah, shit. Guess I have to use the noise core, but I need to do my ego first. Did that work? Ah, that's soothing. Screaming again. Please, remember me, Ain. So she just has to be tortured. I guess in this world, like, she has excess ego and noise core reduces ego, so in that way it makes sense, but it's still really messed up. But I guess this whole world is just inside a dude's mind. So his perception might be just skewed. I once thought Juice was just an appendage of Yang. The master of this world is Yang, just like Psyche. I thought Juice was an existence desired by Yang. But the truth was different. Yang was afraid of Juice. He never showed it, but he was definitely afraid of her. Juice was probably an undesired existence. She was an existence that had to be realized in this world even though she wasn't desired. Juice forcibly slid into this world to lead Yang around by the nose. Juice's modification wasn't done to provide milky fuel. The true purpose was to confine Juice's power. By inhibiting her movement, giving her a huge stomach, and implanting numerous breasts, Yang tried to escape from Juice's power. But the fear Juice inflicted upon Yang was in a way irrelevant to Juice's power. In fact, Yang's sense of awe toward Juice didn't disappear even after Juice was modified. I think it rather increased. And what's more, Shen and you were born just after Juice's modification was finished. I believe that's the proof that Yang's fear hasn't disappeared. Yang was torn apart by Juice. It seems like Shen has handed over his job to you. I wonder where you will be going. You wouldn't understand a machine like me, but that's fine with me. I'm different from Guattari. Guattari doesn't give a care about you. Guattari went back to himself. I'm always thinking about you. About what you choose. About where you go. That is what I am interested. But you are always waiting. You are always waiting for something to move you. Am I wrong? Yang wasn't like that. He was always active. You look like you're trying to absorb all of this world Yang has messed up. If this is true, and it is your job to do so, there might be a place you can only reach by doing it that way. Oh, I accidentally skipped. I think I can repeat that. But I would never find that place. What a shame. Some Guattari again, maybe? Nah. Not this guy, nothing new. Okay, anything new? No. So... do I... just keep going back to Juice and play her noise core? And she just tells me to talk to different people? Or something, I don't talk and I get a tiny bit of info? Either way, I really need to refuel my ego. I guess I got a sort of question. Everyone who sort of participate in modifying Jews, maybe? I'm not quite sure. It seems like a lot of people were involved. Yeah, Version or whatever wasn't, I guess, capable of doing all that alone. I also wonder, like, shadows sort of seem to connect dudes to the real world, but I guess whoever is actually using the machine, the garage, has no shadow. And shadows then could be just sort of like memories, references to like actual memories of people from outside world, like being turned into characters in this world. That would be interesting. Okay, anything? Nah, glass crab, that's cool. White egghead. Nothing too special though. Although I am setting the black trap in the most generic location, so that might also influence it, but I'm not so sure.